What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to our channel. We've all witnessed Taylor Swift writing brutal breakup songs about her exes, but we've also seen her loving and poetic work of art for her beau, Joe Alwyn. Speaking of, Joe Alwyn has recently been in Hulu's Conversation with Friends, and some of the scenes were a little PG rated. Let's have a look at how Taylor Swift reacts to Joe Alwyn's steamy scenes. Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn's relationship has made every girl envious. The way Taylor Swift writes about Joe Alwyn in her songs can make any poet jealous. Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn didn't start dating until October of 2016. Taylor admitted to being so enchanted by Joe Alwyn that she stalked him on social media the same night she saw him. Despite being attracted to Joe Alwyn, Taylor still dated Tom Hiddleston before she reconnected with Joe. Many speculated that Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston's relationship was just a publicity stunt. Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn have kept their relationship extremely private. This has been Taylor Swift's longest-running relationship of 6 years. Fans have speculated that Joe might have even popped the question whether they'd gotten married in a private ceremony and didn't tell anyone about it. In March of 2020, Taylor Swift told Us Weekly that she considers Joe one of the only safe constants in her life. Taylor has admitted that her past relationships completely changed her approach to being with Joe. She said, "I've learned that if I do talk about it, people think it's up for discussion, and our relationship is not up for discussion. It's just that it goes out into the world. That's where the boundary is, and that's where my life has become manageable." In her documentary on Netflix, Miss Americana, Taylor still chose to keep her and Joe's privacy in the movie. Taylor talked about her relationship. "I was falling in love with someone who had a wonderful, normal, balanced life. We decided together we wanted our relationship to be private. I was happy, but I wasn't happy in the way I was trained to be happy. It was happiness without anyone else's input. We were just happy." Joe Alwyn has been just as tight-lipped as Taylor about their relationship. In November 2018, he said, "Someone's private life is, by definition, private. No one is obliged to share their personal life." For his new TV series, Conversations with Friends, Joe Alwyn has been quizzed a lot about his personal life, and he's talked more about Taylor now than he ever did in the past years. But he still managed to give not much away and said, "I think it's nice to draw a line and keep what's important and close to you private." In an interview with Elle, he said, "We live in a culture that's so increasingly intrusive. The more you give, and frankly, even if you don't give it, something will be taken." A lot of rumors have been circulating as well about Taylor and Joe tying the knot. When Joe Alwyn was asked to address these rumors, he said, "If I had a pound for every time I think I've been told I've been engaged, then I'd have a lot of pound coins. I mean, the truth is, if the answer was yes, I wouldn't say, and if the answer was no, I wouldn't say." Although the couple doesn't share their private life, they're more than open with their work life together. The albums Folklore and Evermore that Taylor released after staying in lockdown won her a Grammy, and Joe Alwyn just happened to co-wrote some of the songs on the album under the pseudonym William Bowery. Joe Alwyn, talking about his contribution to Exile, said, "It was completely off the cuff, an accident." She said, "Can we try and sit down and get to the end together?" And so we did. It was as basic as some people made sourdough. Taylor Swift admits that the lockdown was a key component of her albums. Taylor Swift told Zane Lowe, "If we hadn't been in lockdown, I don't think that would have happened, but I'm so glad that it did." Joe Alwyn is appearing in the series Conversation with Friends, adapted from Sally Rooney's novel from 2017. His character, Nick Conway, is involved in infidelity. He can't stay faithful to his wife, which made Joe a part of several sex scenes. Joe Alwyn was warned beforehand that he might have to do full frontal nudity for the sex scenes as well. He told Vulture, when they sent the audition, they said, just as a heads up, that it would be to sign up for the possibility of full frontal. Allison Oliver explained how she and Joe Alwyn worked with an intimacy coordinator to be able to do the intimate scenes better. She explained, "You go through a lot of rehearsal and kind of in-depth conversations about the intimate scenes and kind of what story we're trying to tell. Hopefully, each intimate scene feels different or there's some kind of progression in their relationship." When asked about Taylor's reaction, he insisted that Taylor didn't have issues with him being too cozy with another woman. he said that Taylor had already read the book and she was more than prepared for the scenes. Alwyn told, she's read the book and she loves the book, so she knows it. She couldn't be a bigger fan of the project. And that's all there is to this video. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and whether you think Taylor should really be worried about Alwyn's involvement in this series, or whether you think there's nothing to worry at all. That said, if you enjoyed the video, then let us know by smashing that like button, and if you haven't done so already, then make sure that you're subscribed to our channel and have that bell icon pressed so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos going forward. Catch you guys later!